Hey, this is Nicolosi, and in this video I'm going to showcase the new crossover module. It's a crossover filter which lets you split a signal into two bands, high and low band, and we're going to see how you can use it to create multi-band processors in Mela. Here I have a logic procession running on macOS. I have picked a random loop from the library, and it's just being processed by Mela's compressor, and this is what it sounds like. As you can see, it's applying a subtle compression, but say I want to split the signal and compress high and low band independently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a crossover module, which is in a Mela Lab category. And you can see it has two parameters. You choose a high or low band, currently set to low, and this frequency is split where the signal will be split in two. And this is what it sounds like by default. So currently we have a low band, but we can easily make a high band. We'll just duplicate the lane and change the band to high. And now we're hearing the same signal. The crossover filters differ from normal filters because they're tuned in such a way that when you combine a low-pass filter with a corresponding high-pass filter, they reconstruct the original signal. And you might only get the phase shift, but the amplitudes of all frequencies will be the same. And we can hear them separately if you wanted to. What you'll need to make sure is that when you change the frequency here, let's say I set it to 350 hertz here, you need to enter the number exactly in the corresponding high band to make sure the signal is reconstructed exactly the same way. Now you don't have to, you can get creative and have different values, but if you want to reconstruct a signal, you want to make sure that crossover filters cutoff frequencies match exactly. Okay, so what I can do is I can have a slightly different, maybe a longer attack and longer release for the low band, and this is what it sounds like. But maybe I don't want to compress the low band, but I want to distort it. So you don't have to have the same processors. And in this case, what I'll do, I'll replace the compressor with a distortion module. So let's drive the distortion a little, maybe around 12 dB, and just lower the output. Maybe we'll just listen to it by itself. Okay, so this is what it sounds like now. Now, you may want to have 3 bands instead of 2. And what you can do is you can repeat this process. So what we'll do is we'll take the second band, so the output of the second crossover filter, and we split it in 2. And the way we can do that is we'll insert a signal router module, audio out, and we set its output to bus 1. We'll insert another lane and receive the signal from bus 1. Now we've simply duplicated the output of the second crossover filter. And what we want to do is we actually want to use another instance pair to split the signal. And let's insert a crossover filter here. And we'll insert another one here. And now we've successfully split the signal. And maybe let's set it to 125 here. And this is what it sounds like. And we can hear individual frequencies. No, actually, this needs to be set to high. That's why it didn't sound right. Okay, so we can listen to individual bands. So we can, this is low band. And we can rename our lanes. And at the moment, our high band is not processing the signal. We can leave it as it is, or we can get creative. I can insert a delay module, for example, and maybe I'll delay it by a quarter. And this is what it sounds like now. As you can see, you can get creative. You don't have to have the bands have the same processor. But you can obviously do that if you want to create a multi-band compressor. For example, this compressor is a very high quality, and if you want to create a multi-band compressor for your mastering chain, you can easily do that. And you don't have to stop at 3 bands. You can make as many bands as you like. But you'll notice that you have to make sure that crossover frequencies match, and that might be a bit cumbersome. What I'm planning to do is I'm going to create another stack module, a multi-band stack module, which will make this process easier. But in the meantime, if you want to create a multi-band processors, you can easily do that with a crossover module. Okay, that's all for now. If you have any questions or feedback, leave a comment below. See you next time.